Coffee Break with Tej. It's Tuesday, June 12th, 2012. 96.9, also streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com. Follow me on Twitter, Tej Grant, and also hit me up on Facebook if you want to participate in our conversations. It's Coffee Break with Tej on Facebook. Just type that in the search bar and I'll pop up. We have Bahamas Urban Youth Development Center here, and we have the founder, Pradesh Moore, and also the program coordinator, Denise Roker. Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Good morning. We're great.
Morning.
Thank
Pleasure.
you.
The ladies are looking quite bright this morning.
Thank you.
You guys are morning people?
Sort of.
Sort of?
Not by choice.
Not by, not by choice. And we're here to talk about a few things. We talk about what you got going on, your fundraisers, and also we're going to talk about what the Bahamas Urban Youth Development Center does and what they plan to accomplish as well. And now, tell us a little bit about the Bahamas Urban Youth Development Center and what you do. What's your mission?
Well, the Bahamas Urban Youth Development Center is a nonprofit organization that was started in 2010. And the purpose of this organization was actually to work with our young people, our in-school youth, to empower them to make better decisions. We have discussions about self-esteem, about how to make good choices, dealing with sexuality, and we have a very comprehensive sexuality plan that we engage our young people in during our programs. We previously started out with after-school programs, but we now have launched into some of the schools, in particularly T.A. Thompson. We go into that in the mornings, and we have programs and activities with the young girls. It's a girls club where we talk to them about how to alter their behaviors, how to deal with conflicts and anger management and so forth.
Yes.
But the organization focus really was working with youth development and empowerment.
Good. And you know, you seem quite passionate about it, Pradesh, and you know, why did you feel the need to get into this at 2010? You know, 2010, I'm sure it's a critical time right now, and so I know the task is heavy. So what encouraged you to get into this?
Well, actually, this is what I did for a while living in the U.S. I was working with a nonprofit organization, and coming back to the Bahamas and assessing and having a passion to work with young people, I saw that this was lacking. I saw that we have a lot of programs, but it's not really focusing on comprehensive sex ed. And I felt that in order to be able to make a difference and to help our parents to be able to have a good conversation and communicate effectively, we need to have programs like this where we can provide the tools and the techniques to help parents to engage in that conversation. We also noticed that young people didn't have the skills to make the right decisions. When we talk to them, and most of the time it's after they're already in trouble, that we found out that the reason why they're where they are is because they lacked the skills. They didn't have the type of support and training that's needed to make proper decisions.
Knowledge is a factor too, like them being not knowledgeable of what's going on, or how to protect themselves, or how to solve conflicts. So
knowledge is definitely a factor in addition to some other.
So it's safe to call you an educational center as well, educational program.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. And you know, youth empowerment. You work with at risk.
Yes.
What is at risk for the people that are listening? What are at risk youth?
Well, at-risk youth, from our definition, is mostly those individuals that are exposed to so much. I mean, it's in the inner city youth, they're going through things where they're seeing it every day. They're seeing people who are drinking like it's nothing. They see people who are making bad choices every day, the violence, the conflicts in the homes and surroundings, and the low income socioeconomic status. There's so many things that's going on that makes them at risk.
Right, and you know, they are influenced by these things as well. I remember when I was growing up, some of the guys in my neighborhood I looked up to, but they weren't making the best choices, and they weren't hiding those choices either. Wow. And so I kind of grew up thinking that it was cool, you know? And so that's what it is a lot of times. Our kids are faced with some heavy challenges these days.
Right.
So conflict resolution you also deal with?
Yes.
And you mainly, it's young men or young women or both?
Well, basically right now we're focusing on young women. We feel like if we can help the young women to make decisions, and what we tell them a lot of times is that there are going to be challenges out there where young men are going to approach you for as far as the sexuality and those types of stuff. But the conflict a lot of times is among the women, the young girls who are dealing with these issues, especially even stemming from a boyfriend. And how do I deal with that? And instead of us addressing it or communicating about it, then we'd attack our friend, we'd attack the other girl. So conflict resolution among the girls is essential.